What's up, guys? Hugs, not drugs. Part 3 of how I ruined my life gambling. Okay, so during my gambling, I went to Walmart one day, just randomly, and I was never a skateboarder before the age of, I want to say, 24. Now, when I was a kid, yeah, I had messed around and skated, but never like taken it serious. And actually, it was more due to the fact that I always wanted a skateboard, but my dad would just never buy me like a good one. The ones they sold at Walmart barely rolled, and whenever I used a friend's board, which was like a professional board, that one always felt better, and I felt like that was the skateboard that I needed, was a professional skateboard. But my dad just could never buy me one because he would spend all his money drinking and gambling. I love my dad, but this is just the way it was back when he was gambling. I forgive him for all this. I don't harbor any resentment. But yeah, so I never had a skateboard. So here I am, 24. I had won a bunch of money in the casino, and I'm just trying to figure out what to buy. So I go to Walmart, and I'm wasted. I'd been drinking all day, and I see these skateboards. You know, the ones that are like $20? They're wrapped in plastic. They got the plastic wheels and the plastic trucks. I decide I'm going to buy one of those and just mess around on it. So I buy one, and it breaks within the first couple hours. But I had so much fun on it, I'm like, man, I need to get a better one. So I went on Craigslist, and I found a used professional skateboard, like with independent trucks, you know, like wide deck, professional setup. It was chipped at the end, but it was still a professional board. I got it for $15. And when I got that, that's sort of what got me into skating. I had this board, it was fun, it rolled really fast. You guys that know skating know what I'm talking about, the difference between a Walmart board and a professional setup. The difference is like night and day. And I was already an athletic person, so I started skating. And when I skate, whenever I do anything, I want to be good at it. I don't want to just skate and just like roll around. No, like I want to skate and I want to go jump off stairs. I want to ollie off ramps. I want to do hand plants. I want to do grinds. I want to find the biggest stairs and just go big. And so that's what I do. I start off and just trying to figure out how to ollie. After that, I start 180ing, and I just start skating all the time. I bring my skateboard to the casino. I take breaks, I'd skate. If we were driving, I'd stop at a gas station. I'd skate at the gas station. I would go on Google and figure out where a skate park was at, and I just became a regular at the Laguna Hill Skate Park, which was the closest one to where I was staying. I was staying with that girl, the one that got me the Clonopins. So one day, I'm down in San Diego with my friend Nate. Nate was a really good skateboarder. Nate was just a smart person in general. Smart, could do anything, really. His dad's a doctor. And Nate is just very talented at anything he does. He was good at skating. He was good at selling weed. So I go down to Nate's house, and Nate lives on 2nd Avenue, downtown San Diego, which is in Little Italy, and it's in the heart of downtown. And this is before he had any kids. We decided we're gonna go just skate downtown. And if you know San Diego, when you go skating downtown San Diego, there is like unlimited spots to skateboard. So like when we go skating, I mean, we're out for like 4 or 5 hours. There's just so many places to go. There's a bank, and they've got slick concrete. We go to another area, there's marble. You got pro skaters filming over here. We go to another area, it's already waxed up from the other skaters. Like, Nate was good. Nate could do ledges and, you know, different things. Nate could grind. I was still, I was good at rolling. I was good at riding. I was good at ollieing. I was good at like jumping off a curb. And if it was like 2 stairs or 3 stairs, I could jump off it. Anything more than 3, I couldn't do it. But if you saw me, like let's say you saw me skating around, you would think I was really good because the things that I could do very well. Like I was very good at 180. I was very good at ollieing off of small objects. I was very good at going the opposite direction, like turning the board around and doing old school tricks. So I looked like I was a good skater, but I wasn't really that good compared to others. But I was confident. I was confident on the board. So me and Nate, we go skating. And at the time, I was on probation. I think it was the stealing from Walmart thing. When I walked out with the shopping cart full of merchandise. And one of the stipulations was I could not do drugs. They were drug testing me. So this is right when the spice had came out, but they called it like a marijuana alternative. So I started smoking the spice as a way to still be high, but if a drug test came up, I wasn't gonna fail. So I'm smoking spice. I don't think Nate was smoking this. He might have smoked it with me. Yeah, I think he did actually. So I'm smoking spice, and I'm trying to do tricks that I don't know how to do, and I hurt my leg. And I'm trying to skate through it, because a lot of times you'll skate and you hurt yourself, and you just skate through it and you're okay. I couldn't skate through it. I was hurt. I was like legitimately hurt. I'm like, Nate, man, I gotta hold my board. I gotta walk back, man. I'm hurt. And so I think I was about 25. This was like my first time really getting injured. It was like an injury that made it so I couldn't skate anymore. So I'm injured, and I'm pretty depressed because I can't skate, and it's irritating, right? I want to skate and I can't. So I'm at the casino. This is after, I want to say about 2 months after being injured. I'm like, my leg is feeling better, but not good enough to skate. I remember I had tried skating in sandals, and like I was able to roll a little bit, but I couldn't really skate. So I knew it wasn't time. I was healing quickly, but it wasn't time to skate yet. But I was feeling decent. So I go to the casino, and I'm out smoking a cigarette, and there's a guy out there, and I'm just talking with him. I think I'd been doing Klonopins. I was really talkative. And he's like, I'm rolling. I was like, you're rolling? I said, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, I'm rolling. I said, on ecstasy? He's like, yeah. I was like, really? I said, do you have any? He's like, yeah. I said, can you sell me some? He's like, yeah, how many do you need? I said, well, how much are they? He said, oh, $10 each. Now, coming from Maine, where I had gone through my little year ecstasy phase, I always paid 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 for a pill of ecstasy. So when he tells me $10, I'm just like, $10? Like, whoa, that's crazy. Come to find out, that was actually a high price in California. But, so I buy 6 or 7, I was up at the time. I buy 6 or 7 of them. And I don't want to take them at the casino because I know the way ecstasy is, and it's different every time you take it. You never know how the pill is going to make you feel. It might be real relaxing, or it might be really intense. And so I knew the ecstasy was slightly dangerous. People were dying from it back then, I remember. So I wait until the next day. I go home, wake up, and I was so excited to do the ecstasy. They were green pressed pills. I'm trying to think, what did I have on it? I think it had a green lantern or something. Or no, green Ferrari. Yeah, it was a green Ferrari. So I decide, so I take one, and I wait about an hour, and it's it kicks in, and I realize, okay, these aren't that strong. So I take another one, and I start feeling it. And I'm like, whoa, this is pretty good ecstasy. I'm feeling really good. I'm getting that warm, lovey sensation. No panic. No anxiety. Just pretty mellow. These were good pills. And I'm just feeling really good. And I'm feeling my leg, and I'm like, man, my leg feels pretty good today. but I'm like, is that the ecstasy, or is that just me like being healed now? Like, because I remember, like I said, I was starting to get better. So I get a skateboard and I'm skating and I'm like, yeah, my leg feels good, man. I must have got a lot of sleep, and it's just time, because I knew it was getting close to that time, but it wasn't quite the time. But yeah, so I take the ecstasy and I'm just like, man, this is feeling really good. I think I'm okay now. So I go and I get on my board. I was so happy to be on my board, and I was wearing sandals this day because I wasn't planning on skating. Like I said, I didn't know that this was going to happen. So I get on my board and I'm just rolling around, feeling really good, smoking cigarettes, just having a great time. It's been a few months since I skated, and here I am skating again. And I'm feeling so good, I want to start doing some tricks, but I'm wearing sandals, so I got to take it easy. So I start doing some small ollies, and my pop is there. Like, I'm really popping my board, like, it's feeling real good. And I'm just like, okay, I'm back. So I start skating, and like I said, like when I do something, I go pretty hard. So even though I'm wearing sandals, I'm trying to go as hard as I can wearing sandals. Which, when you're an athlete, you can do some things wearing sandals. I was young, and so I start practicing 180s, and I'm missing it. I'm not quite landing it because I'm rusty, and I'm trying to land the 180, and I'm like almost getting it. And then I do the 180, and then I land awkwardly, and then boom, I bust my ankle, right? Like, and I knew, like, this hurts. This really hurts. And it wasn't the ankle that it wasn't the leg that I had hurt. It was the opposite leg. So I'm like, geez, this is great. Here I am. I recover from one injury, and now I got this new injury. This is great. So here I am, just spent 2 months recovering, and then now who knows how long I'm gonna have to recover from this injury. And so I get just so depressed, and I pop the ecstasies, and so I wake up the next day when the ecstasy had worn off, not the next day. I had woken up in the middle of the night to take a piss, and I stand up to take a piss, and the pain from both legs is so incredibly, like, it hurts so much, I just fall right to the ground. And when I fell to the ground, I realized that I was never healed from the first injury. It was the ecstasy making me feel like I was healed. So now I got two hurt legs. I got the original hurt leg, and I got the busted ankle from the new injury. So now I can't even walk at all. And I remember when that happened, I was like, okay, I know what it's like to be crippled now, because I'm basically crippled. I cannot walk at all. I could, like, hold on to things and hobble to the bathroom, but I was completely useless. Yeah, could not walk. And so that began the recovery again, and continued gambling. I would just, you don't gotta walk in the casino, so I kept going, and I figured out new ways to make money. I don't really remember what they were, but I got money, not as much as I was getting before, but I was still getting money, and I was winning a lot too. And and so I stayed gambling, and we will continue with part 3.